Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I am Clementine, and as always, I am Super Saiyan! But never mind that. That beautiful guitar I was playing in the intro to this video is the Glary GTL Semi-Hollow Electric Guitar, and there's a link to this page in the video description. I was pleasantly surprised to find that at the time of filming this video, this guitar is on sale for only $109.99 with free shipping, not only for red, but also with the blue, which has a black sunburst surrounding the edge, as well as this classic yellow stain transparent finish, which I absolutely adore. And the burly wood natural finish is still only $119. So is a guitar that's 110 bucks actually playable? I shot that demo exactly how it came out of the box. I never touched a screwdriver to it, and it still has the same strings on it as shipped with. Speaking of the box, so let's unbox the thing. Do an honest review, talk about some of the features, pros and cons. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Mic up an amp with a couple of pedals and see what kind of tones we can get out of it. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, stay tuned!
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I have to say, I am definitely a fan of the packaging. This guitar was completely nested in a styrofoam that is molded to the shape of the guitar. It's securely taped shut, and then there is a slip cover made of thin, soft foam protecting the finish of the guitar. I would guess very, very few, if any, of these are damaged in shipping. Well, here's what was in that box. I guess it's possible that I could have gotten a very good example of this guitar, but the one I received is beautiful. You will see throughout the rest of this video, it is just highly photogenic. Fit and finish is actually quite decent. I don't have any complaints on that at all. It's not the finish you would expect from like a $5,000 guitar, but I honestly did not expect this quality for this price point. You would have a hard time getting this quality of a respray done for the price of this entire guitar. So let's quickly talk about what came with it. Came with a gig bag. Kind of thin and flimsy, but it's got a pocket on the front of it. The zippers on it work decent. It'd keep the guitar from getting scratched. Also comes with a strap and a pick, as well as an instrument cable and the 2 Allen wrenches you need to set it up. And I love that the Allen wrench for the neck is actually long enough to go in there and turn the truss rod. But I won't be using those in this video. I just wanted to play it as it comes out of the box to show the guitar exactly how you'll get it. I was really surprised that a guitar in this price point would come with 6 individual compensated saddles made out of brass. That's usually like high-end Telecaster kind of stuff. I also think the hollow pocket in the body with the F-hole is also awesome. This also makes the guitar very light and resonant. And I found this to be more than just a gimmick, as I was getting some awesome feedback kind of effects on sustaining notes during the tone demo at the end of this video. Switch and controls feel like decent quality. The chrome covered humbucker and the mother of toilet seat pearl pickguard is very pretty. Another thing I was really surprised by at this price point was steel string ferrules in a body through construction, and they're perfectly straight. I've seen examples of this type of guitar by name brand companies where the string ferrules were going up and down like a zipper. I was also quite surprised at the quality of the fretwork. I've heard people say that these had sharp frets. It may be because I live in a humid environment, but these frets are not sharp at all. There's no fret sprout whatsoever. The frets themselves are not gritty. They're not rough on top. There's no sanding marks on them. And I don't know what material this fretboard is, but it actually looks quite a bit like rosewood to me. Also, these tuners. These are not great tuners, but they're a lot better than I thought they would be. You can buy much worse tuners on Amazon all day long. Not the smoothest action I ever felt tuning up, but once you tune them, they seem to stay there. Now, I had seen a review done on one of these guitars, and somebody said that there were no finish on the neck. It appears to me that either this neck has some type of satin finish on it, or it has been grain filled and just sanded to an extremely smooth finish, because there's no open grain on this whatsoever. You can see here is an unfinished neck, and it has open grain all over it. It's much different. Okay, so what about this guitar is not great? It needs a setup. Although it seemed pretty well intonated, it seemed like it was almost in tune when I opened up the box. But the string height is way on up there, and not just at the bridge where you can adjust it, at the nut. So this guitar needs to have a setup done on it to be able to play to its full potential. And once you lower the action, you may find that a fret buzzes or they're maybe in need of a level in polish. I really don't know how it'll work out yet. I am going to do a full setup on this guitar in a future video. Another thing on this guitar that isn't the greatest are the pickups. It seems to me like they have a really low whine count, and also they're slightly microphonic, which this can make for a fun pickup and this can make for some good tones, but compared to a high-end guitar, they're a little weak. I do think they can be modded and turned into some really nice pickups, and that's also something that I will be doing in a future video. But as you saw in the demo that I did in the beginning, the pickups sound decent and the action seems serviceable. I had no problem playing the guitar, so I'm just kind of looking for stuff to complain about, really. If you're going to seriously play this guitar, you should definitely change the strings. The strings that come on it, not the worst I've ever played, but not great. But the one complaint that I do personally have, and this is probably only on my particular guitar, I don't know. It might just be the example I got, but the output jack will fit the cord that came with the guitar, but if you take a high-end instrument cable and try to plug it in there, it won't hardly go in there. You have to really push it, and then it gets stuck, and you can't pull it out. And this is eventually going to cause the jack nut to loosen up and it'll fall off, and then the jack will get pushed up into the guitar. Seems like a decent quality jack. It definitely grabs that cord. It's not going to pull out on accident. But this is one of the first things that I'm going to change on this guitar. For the sound demo, we have a boost, an overdrive, and a reverb. These are running into a solid-state power amp with a tube preamp. I basically just jam for about 15 minutes, and I'll try to chop it up in a way that will represent a variety of tones that you can get from this guitar, because it is pretty versatile, being that a Telecaster bridge pickup and a humbucker in the neck are complete opposite ends of the spectrum tone-wise. Well guys, that just about does it for this video. My final thoughts are, I think this is a good guitar for the money. A good setup would do wonders. Seems like a great cheap test bed for experiments, improvements, and modifications, which I plan on doing in future videos. Once again, a link to their website is in the description. If you found this educational or entertaining in any way, please like and maybe subscribe. I'm Clementine. You've been watching Heavy Metal ATC. Till next time!